ABA Law Student Division. I'm excited to be welcoming you to the 11th Circuit Online Candidates Question and Answer session. We have our one uncontested candidate for the 11th Circuit, and I'll let her introduce herself here in a moment. I just want to go through the format of today. After we allow our candidate and now our governor-elect to make her statement, her opening statement, I will ask her some questions, and then we'll have it open for other questions from the audience. So please feel free to write down your questions in the chat, and we will go to those as soon as we get through ours. After we conclude, a little before the top of the hour, we will allow Marancia to make a closing statement, and then we will wrap up. This will be available on the circuit website at abaforlawstudents.com, as well as made available on other social media platforms. I want to first welcome our Governor, Jordan Glasgow from the 8th Circuit, who's also our elections chair. Hello, Jordan.
Hello.
And I also want to welcome our candidate, and I let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marincia Noel Saint. I am currently a 2L at the University of District of Columbia David A. Clark Law School. Just a little bit about me. I'm originally from Haiti. I grew up in Florida, and now I'm in DC for law school. I'm not really sure what else you wanted me to do in regards to action, but that's a little bit of it.
That's great, Marancia. And you said Marancia Noelce, right?
Noel Saint. Think of
Noel
December.
Saint. All right, Noel Saint. Oh, okay, got it. Oh, nice. I like that. Think of December. I like to think of December and Christmas and all that all the time. So
Yeah,
that's good. It feels like December out there. I'm in
it
Atlanta
does.
right now. It is cold. It is cold.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm from the islands. This is not normal weather.
Not normal weather. All right. Well, I'll let you make an opening statement, Marancia, and then we'll go to questions.
Absolutely. Well, good afternoon, everyone. As I've already introduced myself, my name is Marincia, and I'm running for the 11th Circuit Governor position. Essentially, my platform to represent the schools in the 11th District is to make sure that we increase involvement in the vast amount of various competitions that the ABA actually provide through its different sections. I've seen a lot of competitions with these sections, and I'm not completely sure if everybody is actually taking a great advantage of those competitions, because for me, I see those competitions as a way to network, as a way to establish yourself as upcoming lawyers, and as a way to honestly improve all of your skills, whether it's personal skills, professional skills, or anything else. That's essentially the platform that I have for, if I am elected, for the full year. And with that, also, I think it's very important for those in the 11th Circuit when it comes to the rules of the ABA and the student division to fully understand those rules. Whenever any situation may come up, we can handle them in a very, very orderly fashion. Therefore, I hope that I would be able to review, or if I have the opportunity, I would ask everyone to review the bylaws along with any other laws that we have under the division. With that being said, that's essentially my platform for the year.
Great. Thank you so much, Marancia. I appreciate your opening thoughts. So this kind of ties into some of what you were just talking about, but more specifically then, what is the vision that you have for the ABA Law Student Division?
So for the division, I've read a little bit about the division as a whole, and I hope that I can increase the because on campus I knew about certain information in regards to the student involvement, but I feel like there's not as much involvement in regards to the division, and I would like to increase either communication with the division, within the student division, with students who are currently at different schools within the 11th district, just so it feels more like everybody's part of the division instead of just those who are elected, but that the students also feel like they are part of the student division. And whenever they have any question, they know avenues to go to so that they can benefit the most from it. So I just want us to be that go-to person so that for every student, whenever you have an issue, we're like the first people every student can think of.
Great. You know, it's a lot of students that we encompass. It's 115,000 law students in the United States, and about 62,000, 63,000 actually,
Mhm.
are members of the ABA, ABA Law Student Division. So communication is definitely a big thing. Besides some of the research that you've done and the involvement at your school level, what has been your experience with the ABA so far?
So far, it's been great. I've attended a couple ABA forums. One of the areas that I'm really interested is IP, and IP tends to go into sports and entertainment. A reporter for one of the forums. Whenever I'm interested in any other area, it's very accessible to access the ABA. And if I have any question in regards to a section, I can always go to the student division and they will lead me to wherever I need to go. So overall, ABA has been great to me so far in my
Great.
involvement. And I'm hoping that every other student in our district is having the same experience as well. And if they're not, to try to figure out a way to resolve that.
Wonderful. All right. Thanks, Marencia. All right. You know, one of the big things that the ABA Law Student Division does is policy work. This past year, we've worked a lot on promoting the salvation of the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program,
Mhm.
the Uniform Bar Exam
Mhm.
expansion, and 305-2, a reform in pay credit for students who work in externships and receive academic credit, but also seek to receive some sort of compensation. So I want to ask you about at least two of those. What are your thoughts, if you've been able to look into those issues, specifically about the UBE, the Uniform Bar Exam, and the 305-2 initiative?
To address the first one, I know currently that DC is somewhat in the process of becoming a uniform bar. So that's actually great
Yeah, it
for.
actually became a UBE jurisdiction last week, just last week,
Oh,
just
yay!
fresh
I didn't
off.
get that memo, but
Yeah, it
I'm
just,
glad that happened.
yeah. Yeah.
No, I've had the conversation, I think, with some professors in regards to the UBE and really getting a lot of the different states to waive in, et cetera, et cetera. At the end of the day, I think that's beneficial because before it would be extremely difficult to be an attorney who wants to move to a different state, who wants to practice in a different state, whether no matter what the reason is, it would be a lot more difficult for them to do that because they would have to pay all the extra money and go through all these different processes for each state. But with the uniform bar, it makes it a lot easier, despite the fact that each state will probably have we'll figure out another way to make their money. But at the end of the day, it's very beneficial, and I completely agree with it. In regards to the second portion, I have not read that much on it, so I'm not going to try to say anything in regards to that because I don't have enough knowledge on it.
That's all right. No problem. No problem. That's great. And all right. Well, and congratulations again on DC becoming the 21st jurisdiction in the country to adopt the Uniform Bar Exam, and it's an exciting initiative that has been, you know, on the radar of the Law Student Division for many years. My predecessors have worked on this for a long time, and we've had many partners throughout the American Bar Association, and now the ABA's official endorsement of this through the vote and passage of Resolution 109 at the House of Delegates meeting this past weekend in San Diego actually this past Monday is a huge moment of celebration, but also a launch pad for continued adoption throughout the country. So it's something I'm
Do you
excited
mind
to.
if I ask a quick question in regards to
Of
that?
course, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
were there, I mean, it sounds like everybody's on it. Were there any negative like thoughts in the process of actually getting the UMB? Was there any, what were like the main issues if anybody
Right.
opposed it?
Right. Well, there are lots of issues pro and con, and it was definitely an exciting debate. I would say because this is an online Q&A, I would refer you and our viewers to a video that was just released today. I put it on my Facebook page and on a LinkedIn page, and also will probably appear on our website. If you also Google ABA mid-year and Resolution 109, that will show you the debate, the full 33-minute debate, pros and cons, the issues that were raised. So obviously, as a proponent, I really like all of the the flexibility and portability that it offers students, the ability to take the bar and within the first 3 to 5 years to be able to uh, transfer if you need to with your scores, have a portable score. It doesn't mean if you fail somewhere that you'll pass somewhere. It just means that your score is transferable and that you can, in combination with the other requirements of that state, might be able to be prevented from having to take another bar again, as many people have to do, and that's very burdensome. And again, it's only lasts for 5 years, so because a lot of states have reciprocity, so it's not something that, it's portable forever and
Right.
ever and ever and ever. Um, so yeah, there's many arguments against, and I encourage you to look at that video, and there's some good articles out there too. But I think having a standard for attorneys in our country, one standard for bar takers, and also a measuring stick to see the impact of this exam on diversity on a national scale, the impact of this exam on young practitioners on a national scale, the impact of a national exam on women and on minorities and on people who, sometimes like me are going to enter the JAG Corps. That's important to have something that's portable and uh, uh, recognizes the legal economy that we have right now. But this is your Q&A, so I will continue with asking you questions.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Are there any ideas that you have for improving membership benefits? As you know, and you already noted, membership is now free for law students. So there's a lot of things that come with that free membership. We have a national podcast that's available on iTunes called the Law Student Podcast. We have a magazine. We have our website, the new abaforlawstudents.com. We have a Before the Bar blog. But well, what are your ideas for improving the actual tangible benefits, the value proposition? Why should students take advantage
Yeah,
of it?
yeah, no problem. Well, I think one way to definitely try to improve it is to utilize the SBA president along with the ABA representative, um, to kind of have like to check on them to make sure that they're also informing their students on campus about some of those events that are going on. So possibly a report from the ABA representative or the SBA president back to me whenever I have like a meeting with them, either a weekly or monthly report to basically inform me of what information the students are actually getting, if they're not getting information, what needs to be done. So I think it's going to be more of a streamline of communicating with those who are on those campuses, who have more of the face-to-face interaction, everyday interaction with those students who are away from me, because I'm not on every campus, in order to kind of maximize the involvement and also maximizing the material that we sent out. Because essentially, if people may get the material, they may not get the material, but if there's a method of either like a weekly check, etc., then maybe that will be a way to maximize students' uh, view of what we're doing and reminding them, because throughout the day, throughout the week, we may get something in the beginning of the week and we already forget about it by the end of the week or whatever that it is. So essentially probably working with the SBA president along with the liaison, specifically with ABA reps, in order to kind of, boost everybody up, get them excited. So creating some type of program in regards to that, because everybody has to get excited about it in order to actually want to come back and check up on certain things.
Yeah, 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 no, definitely. That's great. That's great. I think being able to use your partners on the ground is definitely a good way to go to increase membership involvement and maximize involvement. So you will be joining me on a board of 23 members. It's a large board. It's a big group. Um, so there's a lot of leadership opportunities and challenges that we'll be meeting together. A lot of moments of negotiation and partnership and developing a collective vision. And especially right now during this exciting time for law students as membership is growing, but other challenges are being faced and being overcome. What are some of your leadership strengths that you're going to bring to the team that we can look forward to and that you think will be a benefit to our board?
Absolutely. Well, communication is usually my main, I guess, skill, I can say. I am the type of individual where if there is an issue, I don't run away from it. I know how to address it in a way to make everybody feel like it's not even an issue in order to get to the resolution of anything. So communication is key for me. I'm constantly on my phone. I'm constantly texting. I'm constantly just talking to people in order to just get things moving. Along with that, organization. Again, I use my calendar like there's no tomorrow. Um, and also, I have been in the position where I've had to work with multiple other leaders. I'm currently a student leader here at UDC, and we have multiple other leaders that we have to discuss issues with in order to find resolutions regarding student issues, building issues, et cetera, et cetera. So that is actually not even a problem. Um, uh, I think it's very important to understand the people who are also on your board so that when there is an issue, it can be resolved in the correct way or any of that type of stuff. So when it comes to the board, what I hope to bring is definitely my communication and organizational skills.
All right,
All right,
very
very
good.
good.
That's very important, and I'm excited that we have somebody who values that type of communication, transparency, and collaboration, which is so important for any group, any organization. Something so fundamental, but sometimes is unfortunately overlooked. So I'm glad that that's a priority for you. Um, all right, so you already talked about one way that the ABA can maximize its involvement by tapping into its law student leaders at law schools. So what's another way that the Law Student Division can have a stronger presence in law schools besides working through those leaders?
Um, that was essentially like my main area that I focused on and that I looked at to really maximize the involvement of the ABA. Because when it comes to the students, that's the closest you'll get are your ABA reps, your SBA presidents, and all those other individuals who are also elected boards to talk to their students. That was my main platform. Of course, as if elected, etc., and I see that there are other ways that this it can be maximized. Obviously, I will bring that to the table as well.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, those are all the questions that we have prepared for you. And I'm looking here in the chat to see if there's any other questions from people who've been watching. I don't see any at this moment, but they might, send you other info.
Okay.
What's the best way to contact you, Marancia, for your constituents?
Sure. Email, which is either letter N, think of Noel Saint, um, MERANCIA at gmail.com. Or I always have my phone. So people can, I don't know if I should give my phone number out.
It's up to you. This is
Up to
going on
me.
the
Okay.
internet, so
Okay, I don't
so
mind.
if
It's 561
okay,
714 5054. Please
okay,
be professional with your calls and text messages to me. So
sure.
thank you.
Sure. All right. Very good. Yeah, that's one thing, Marancia. Now, as a board member, you are now a public face of this organization. So I would say, be mindful of and be prepared for emails and communication, but also privacy is something that only you can be the best arbiter of. So good luck with that. And I know that it's a learning opportunity and challenge. But I'm so excited about the learning opportunity we've had today to learn about you and to see and hear your vision, your thoughts, and um, uh, outlook on what this year can be and will be. I look forward to working with you for the next 6 months before my term ends in August at the annual meeting in San Francisco, but look forward to seeing you at our spring training here in Chicago very soon. All right, so I will let you have some closing thoughts and closing word here, and then we'll close it out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for inviting me for the Q&A. I look forward to having a fantastic year with the ABA Student Division. I hope to represent the students in this district the best way that I can. I'm very accessible, so please never be afraid to shoot me an email or call me. And again, just to remind everyone of my platform, I do hope to use my position to increase the involvement of students in the ABA division in basically all aspects of the ABA. And I look forward to meeting everyone. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Rancy. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the team. Welcome aboard. We are blessed to have you, and we're grateful for your track record of leadership, your impressive resume that is available on our website for all to see, as well as your statement of candidacy, and also for the ideas you bring to continue to strengthen the law student division and the thousands of law students we represent. So it's a big deal, big job, but I'm excited that you will be joining our team.
Great.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. All right, and we'll see you all later. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay.
Bye.